I suppose we could turn on a little bit of light. And then I'm pretty sure you gotta run these macros. That should like on the camera. Did the Robinhood die? Yeah. Let's turn that up. Dang, sorry. People don't want to believe this. They're lost, my guy. Should we do we need to do a stream check? Lost, my guy. Should we need to do a stream check? That sounds good. Chat rate one. Chat rate one. Just mute that. So I got the chat in front of me. It's like getting out of control, man. Too much. You just be running. We can log in and see what happened.
Alright, welcome to this video on the secrets to profitable stock investing and stock trading part 2. If you have not watched part 1, please pause this video, watch part 1 before continuing with part 2. Are you ready? Alright, let's begin. So in part 1 of the video, I shared the secrets to successful stock investing. And the main secret is all about investing in fundamentally great businesses. So again, what's a great business? A great business is one with consistent sales, profits, and cash flow increasing every single year. Great businesses are those with little or no competition. And like I said, in the entire market, less than 1% of companies are great businesses that are investable. So again, in investing, it's 90% fundamental analysis and 10% technical analysis. Now, when you pick a great business, you know confidently that over time, the business will increase in value. It will be more and more valuable over time. So you know that in the long run, the share price will always be higher. So in the short term, because of news and volatility and the price goes up and down, you're not too concerned. In fact, even if the price crashes 50%, it's okay because you know it's going to go higher eventually. In fact, you take advantage of market crashes to buy more and more shares as it goes lower. Because if you do, and when it rebounds eventually to its intrinsic value, you make a lot of money. So as an investor of great businesses, no matter where the share price goes in the short term, no matter how much it crashes, you are not fearful at all. In fact, you get excited, right? So like I said in part 1, investing is kind of like getting married. When you get married, the most important thing is you look at that person's fundamentals. You want to marry a person with great character, well-educated, intelligent, honest, kind, hardworking. Alright, so in this video, I'll be focusing on the secrets to successful stock trading. And again, trading is a totally different game, totally different skill sets from investing. Stock trading is kind of like a one-night stand. So when you choose stocks for trading, you're not too concerned about the fundamentals of the company, right? In fact, it's only 10%. When you choose stocks for trading, you're not concerned about the fact that it's got too much debt. You don't care that it's overvalued. In fact, most of the time when I choose stocks for trading, I don't even know the business that the stock is in. And I don't care, right? In trading, we only care about the technical analysis, the short-term price movement and price action. So as long as the price movement is showing upward momentum, we buy, we go long. We want to buy high and sell even higher. If the momentum is going down, we short the stock, right? We sell high, we buy low, and we make quick short-term profits. So isn't it similar to a one-night stand, right? When you pick someone up for a one-night stand, you don't say, hey, before you go to my room, I'd like to check what you do for a living, what's your occupation, what's your college degree. You like to ensure you got good fundamentals, good character, you got good values. No, heck that, right? As long as the person is hot and is attractive and giving you the right signals, the momentum signals, boom, you go in for the action, right? Same thing. Now, in stock investing, remember I said we don't have a stop loss because we hold on through the ups and downs, through the good and bad times, right? But in trading, you always want to use protection, right? One night stand, you got to use protection. So in trading, you always want to put a stop loss. So the moment the price drops to a certain level, you're gonna cut your loss. So when you lose, you only lose a small percentage of your capital. For example, you only lose 1% of your capital. And the moment
Oh, I said, whoa on that. And then my mic is muted. So, yeah, I don't, right now at this point, I'm not using stop losses with what I got going on. The CTA machine, load of, it does use stop losses though, but it's all automated. So, I mean, yeah, you don't have to worry about stop losses. That automated stop loss is automated. So, I guess we can continue now.
it goes up to your profit target, you got to take profits quickly. All right. So when you lose, say 1%. When you win, say 2% or 3%. And as long as you win 50% or 60% of the time, you're making money, because you lose less when you're wrong, you make more when you are right. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't do well is because they allow trades to become investments. Never allow a short-term trade to become an investment. All right. So I know a lot of people, they say, okay, I'm going in for a trade on, say, Roku or Tesla or Beyond Meat, right? It's a trade. I'm going in for trade. And the moment it drops, what happens? They don't cut their loss. They don't put a stop loss. They say, okay, I'm going to hold. It's going to come back one day. I'm Warren Buffett. I'm a long-term investor. You can't do that. Right? Same thing in life. Never let a one-night stand become a long-term commitment. All right? It's not the right kind of person you want to bring home to your parents. Because remember, there's certain kind of stocks like Roku or Beyond Meat or Tesla, they are not meant for investing. They're only meant for trading because they've got high levels of debt. They're overvalued, right? But you only want to invest in companies that are really, really safe. Like, for example, Amazon or Nike or Procter & Gamble or Nestle, that are very, very predictable in the future. All right, let's get down to it. So, what are the secrets to successful one-night stands? Stock trading. Okay, so the first question would be what to buy. What kind of stocks make good trades? Swing trades? Well, it depends on your strategy. There's so many strategies. Basically, you have got trend continuation strategy and counter trend strategies. And I teach all of them in my course, but I'm going to focus on trend continuation strategies for this video. So when you're trading with the trend, you want to only focus on high momentum stocks, stocks with the strongest upward momentum in the market. So when you buy, there's a highest probability you'll continue going up. So how do I identify momentum? The first thing I look at would be stocks with the highest relative strength. What does it mean? Now, there are about 8,000 stocks in the US market, and research has shown that 80% of the gains that the market makes comes from the top 20% of the
Yeah, surprised to see me. I am doing a special video for today because the budget was just announced in Parliament a few hours ago, and I wanted to take this opportunity to run through the highlights of Rishi Sunak's speech. This will be a high-level overview as there is a lot to go through, but I will probably make later videos to touch upon those topics that are a bit more intricate. So, without further ado, I'm Kozan from Financial Madness, helping you be better with your money. So Rishi Sunak kicked off the speech by painting a picture of what the UK economy currently looks like. The economy itself has shrunken by 10% this year, and we have seen the highest amount of borrowing since wartime. So he used this to lay down the foundations, and then he moved on to the crux of this year's budget. Now, the budget was actually split into three sections. Section 1 was all about supporting businesses and protecting jobs. Section 2 was to fix the public finances, and then Section 3 was to look at how we can rebuild for a better future economy. So I'm going to split this video into three sections, just like he did in the speech, and I'm just going to touch upon the highlights of each of those sections. So starting off with Section 1, he announced the extension of the furlough scheme from the end of April this year to the end of September. For employees under the scheme, they will see 80% of their salary covered for hours that they have not worked, and this will be fully funded by the government until July, when employers will be expected to contribute 10%, and then for August and September, employers will actually have to contribute 20% to this scheme. He also announced that there will be continued support for those that are self-employed in the form of grants, with the additional note that a further 600,000 self-employed individuals will now be able to access the grant, as the availability has now been widened. He then moved on to confirm that there will be a continued uplift of £20 per week in the universal credit, which helps low-income households. He then later announced that he wanted to reaffirm his commitment to low-paid jobs, and this was through the increase of the national minimum wage, which will be increased from £8.72 to £8.91. Hey everyone, and welcome.
Alright, well, we're analyzing. Alright, well, analyzing. Oh yeah, shit. Just shut that off. Then I'm like, bam, so analyzer. Good work. Well, I mean, yeah. So Hmm.
I did not think this was going to be happening. My McLaren is total a couple days before my 20th birthday. Sad, bro. I'm so sad right now. Sadness can't even express how sad I actually am. He's my Richard Mills, so okay. It's a real shame when evolution doesn't do its job properly, because this young adult Jack Doherty deserves to be hated even more than he already is. Today I'm going to break down why exactly he's a pathological liar, criminal, and fraud, all because of his own doing in less than 24 hours. The video that you see right now is Jack Doherty driving his brand new McLaren. I don't need to tell you how much a car like that's worth. As the video keeps
Well,
It's tough to keep track of everything and everyone. The MyQ app makes it easy, alerting you whenever anyone enters your house through your front or garage door. Secure your home by closing your doors with just a touch. MyQ is an all-in-one app that allows you to control and monitor your home from anywhere, anytime.
Who is Daniel Larson?
The only place that might be suitable for me is an asylum, but there's too many vampires.
Hey guys, I just accidentally donated 40 cents to fucking Children's Hospital.
If you've been on TikTok or on the internet for a while, you probably already knew who he is. But if you don't, Daniel is an ex-American YouTuber or TikToker and is not only a mentally unstable person, but his actions are, and there's no other word for it, criminal. On April 30, 2024, he was arrested on federal charges after allegedly threatening to bomb the White House. However, as you can tell, this is not the first time he has been arrested. He's actually been arrested a handful of times for his vile antiques. After his arrest in April, we made a video titled The Many Victims of Daniel Larson, covering some of many victims of Daniel Larson. But today, we will be doing an iceberg video on the one and only Mr. President. If you clicked on this video, you probably already know how an iceberg chart works. But just in case, let me explain. The higher up entries on the iceberg chart represent common knowledge, well-known facts and information about Daniel Larson, essentially just the tip of the iceberg. As you move down the chart, the entries become more bizarre and disturbing.
More bizarre.
So, where did the iceberg come from? Actually, it's from icebergcharts.com. That means I didn't create it. And yeah, I know. I'm as disappointed as you are. But that doesn't stop this iceberg from being interesting. Let's take a look at this chart and try to identify and explore some of the entries about Daniel Larson. I'll play some suspenseful background music to set your mood, because things are going to get a bit weird. Here we go. Above the surface, Grace Vanderwall. Grace is an American singer, songwriter, and actress that Daniel Larson has been obsessed with since he was around 17. Daniel often mentioned Grace in his videos, making increasingly bizarre claims. In March 2021, he went as far as saying that he and Grace had officially started dating.
This message is to Grace Vanderwall and to the fans. We are officially dating. Grace Vanderwall has told me to make this public. We are officially dating. So please, everyone, stay tuned.
By November 2022, he claimed he would be collaborating with her in a Zoom meeting, likely something his management had led him to believe.
This is Daniel Larson. If you don't already know, I might be collaborating with Grace Vanderwall.
Throughout the years, trolls would pretend to be Grace, and Daniel would embarrass himself by taking to these fake accounts about disturbing and often sexual subjects. This obsession and the manipulation by trolls only made his behavior more erratic and concerning. Mr. President, Daniel begins uploading videos to his TikTok account announcing his candidacy for the 2020 and 2024 presidential elections.
So, in the year 2024, I'm going to be starting my presidential campaign.
Phone addiction. Daniel is clearly addicted to his phone and is always seen with it. Due to his long-running homelessness, he charges his phone in public places and sometimes on private property. When spotted by fans, he's usually talking or pretending to talk to someone on the phone, often claiming it's security. One reason he remains homeless is that he refuses shelters that don't allow constant phone use. During the 2022 Denver Colfax Marathon, in which Daniel participated, he was on his phone the entire time, which likely contributed to his 6.5-hour marathon time.
Behold, Jimmy John's new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Taste with premium roasted meats, exquisite, and smooth bourbon sauce. Top shelf. It's almost as classy as knowing a British person or eating a bourbon club off fine china. For a limited time at Jimmy John's. When you join the Smart Thermostat program, you don't lose control of your thermostat. It simply uses your preferred settings to adjust 2 to 3 degrees when it matters most. And you can still change it if you want. Learn more and get rewarded at consumersenergy.com/smartthermostat.
The fog era. Strange things began happening in his videos. His phone's front camera would break, causing the footage to become foggy. Trolls eventually took advantage of his vulnerability and mental health, pretending to be CEOs for record labels. Daniel made multiple videos claiming to work for those record labels.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson, and I am planning to sign with Fine Dining Records. I want to say thank you to Mark, Matt, Jaden, Dave Itch, and Ray Pist. Thank you so much for all your support, and I can't wait to work with you. See you on the flip side.
TikTok Live. On May 6, 2021, Daniel went live on TikTok completely naked. As you'd expect, he got banned right away. But guess what? The next day, he made a new account and did the exact same thing. However, he did explain why he went nude on live. The only issue was that he did it in a protest for overturning Roe v. Wade.
But basically the reason on why I went on social media, and I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, is I was told by this state management that I was to go. It was like an audition for a porn, like a regular adult porn, that was going to help my career blow up. They said it would give me tons of views, it would help me out.
Roe v. Wade speech. On June 24, 2022, a protest regarding the reversal of Roe v. Wade took place, and someone made the mistake of giving Daniel Larson the microphone. What happened next was nothing short of chaotic. He then started sharing his entire life story, including how he exposed himself on TikTok Live and his obsession with Grace VanderWaal. Just as he was about to dive into the details of his porn career, an organizer cut him off.
So I have autism, a very minor case of autism. I'm very well spoken. So I'm actually out here right now because I'm in a current lawsuit, court case, because my life is at risk. And I'm going to explain why that happened. I'm going to explain exactly why that happened. So, because of my autism, my grandmother passed away of cancer. They ended up getting me to go onto TikTok Live and go completely nude online. And at the time, there was 3,000 people in that live. And it went worldwide viral. And it kind of ruined my career because at the time, I was really inspired by a singer named Grace VanderWaal.
The homeless arc. So this wild chapter of Daniel's life kicked off when he ditched his caretaker, Jonas, and spent almost 800 days homeless. Yeah, you heard that right. 800 days. During this homeless era, Daniel's life was pretty much a train wreck. He was constantly getting sick, like he somehow ended up with trench foot. He was in and out of fights, got arrested a couple of times, and at one point adopted a dog, but of course, even that ended badly. The poor dog got taken away. Daniel's living situation was pretty grim, too. He ended up crashing in an elevator with other homeless drug addicts. If that doesn't scream rock bottom, I don't know what does. He got banned from multiple services, and unsurprisingly, his mental health took a nosedive.
I demand being on the VanderWaal team. I demand. I repent. I repent. I repent. I repent.
It's honestly mind-blowing how many ways he found to mess things up. Every time you think it couldn't get worse for Daniel, he proves you wrong. Dine and dashing. It's an American term which refers to not paying the innkeeper. Our guy Daniel here is notorious for this stunt. He's basically made it his signature move. One memorable incident happened on July 6, 2022, when a Reddit user tried to interview Daniel about his music career. They met up at a cheesecake factory, but surprise, surprise, they got kicked out because Daniel had an unpaid tab. Classic Daniel. And it gets better. Another time at a different cheesecake factory in Anaheim, CA, Daniel actually got arrested while attempting another dine and dash. He claimed a manager told him he couldn't leave until he paid $100. So, what did Daniel do? He tried to get his fans to donate $55.92 to cover his bill, but apparently it was unsuccessful, as Daniel later appeared on Anaheim's Who's in Jail search. But wait,
Oh,
there's more. On January 31st, 2024, Daniel went on TikTok and admitted to dine and dashing. He bragged about robbing at least $50,000 from different restaurants. Like, can you even imagine? That's some serious dedication to not paying for food.
I cannot hide this any longer, but from all my dining and dashings, I have probably robbed restaurants over $50,000.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Okay, today, the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro built from the ground up for Apple Intelligence. I hope you were taking notes. The new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. Get it with Speed Boost on Spectrum Mobile.
Scabies arc. So, Daniel has this nasty habit of wearing the same clothes for months on end. I mean, he wore this one green shirt for 141 days straight. That's over 4.5 months. It's no wonder he ended up with scabies. For those who don't know, scabies is this super itchy skin rash caused by tiny mites called Sarcoptes scabiei, and it's all about poor hygiene. In January 2023, Daniel started showing off his scabies to his viewers, which freaked out everyone in his community. His fingernails were long and filthy, so scratching those scabies made him prone to infections and more health issues. And let's not forget, scabies is highly contagious. During this time, Daniel even went to Disneyland, rode a bunch of rides, and basically put a ton of kids at risk. Not cool, Daniel. The scabies arc wrapped up in late January 2023. Daniel posted his intense video where he was itching like crazy because of the bugs under his skin. He scratched himself so hard that he started bleeding badly. Within hours, he finally sought medical help at an emergency room. He got a shot of ivermectin and a washcloth bath from a nurse. After the treatment, Daniel made a dramatic farewell post to the mites that had been living under his skin for the past month.
Oh, so I was just given a pill to get rid of these scabies all over me. Ah,
oh, what the
it was
fuck?
nice knowing you, friend. Now you're all dead. Nice knowing you. Goodbye.
Surface level. Daniel meeting World of T-shirts. So on May 10, 2023,
No,
Daniel finally met the World of T-shirts guy, Joshua Block, for the very first time. This whole meetup was set up by Joshua's super controversial manager, Michael Quinn, after their fans kept begging for it to happen. For those who don't know, Joshua Block is another famous lolcow TikToker, and we'll probably cover his wild story in an iceberg video soon. The big meetup went down at a Starbucks in the World Financial Center in downtown New York. As soon as Daniel walked in, he was all smiles, and you could feel the tension just melt away as they shook hands. Joshua even did his famous rendition of Empire State of Mind, with Daniel happily waving in the background.
New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made up.
There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
If you've ever seen Joshua's TikToks, you know how iconic his performances are, and this one definitely didn't disappoint. They also shared a meal and went live to discuss their personal issues. Joshua talked about his drinking problems, and Daniel shared his experiences from the West Coast. It was one of those rare, surreal moments where two chaotic and controversial figures found a bit of common ground. Fake security incident. On May 22nd, 2023, in Colorado, Daniel Larson had a wild run in with some guys who said they were his security team. Daniel was sure they were not his security and kept telling them to leave, but these guys just wouldn't back down and kept trying to convince him they were legit.
Please leave. You are not security. No, you're not. I will literally have my security press charges on you. You're not security. You're not security. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay. All right. What's your name then? What's your badge number? Okay, we'll look it up. Please leave for now.
Daniel, being Daniel, documented the whole thing. He uploaded one YouTube short and two longer videos about what was going down. In one of the longer videos, you can see Daniel trying to get rid of these guys. They kept insisting they were sent by John Summit and even claimed they got paid $30,000 to be there. They even made a phone call to someone they identified as John Summit, providing a voice to the mysterious benefactor. The twist, when the fake security team found out Daniel was late for meeting Bob, they finally decided to let him go.
It's illegal to follow somebody around and harass the living fuck out of them. John Summons is fake. Yes, he is. Show me the picture.
Show it to the camera so everyone knows. I'll take John Summit. He sent us.
That's so fake, dude.
Oh, that's John Summit.
Okay, where? Okay, what is your badge number?
My badge number? Oh,
For security.
0193645. I got you.
What company? What company?
I just told you, John Summit Incorporated. John Summit Incorporated.
Okay, and what's your badge number?
52378RL91.
Okay, and what's the website?
Website johnsummit.com. JohnSummitSecurity.com. Dude, call up the Here, hold on, let me call.
Yeah, call.
Do you want to talk to John?
We're sending out police.
All right, John Summit's here to save you, Daniel.
If you could please put it on FaceTime, that would be great.
You want
Because,
FaceTime?
yes, please.
Well, I can't because he's an Android. I can't Android. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Listen, though, this is John Summit. Say hi to John Summit.
Hello, this is Daniel. Can I ask why you are sending people to my location? Okay, my management and my record label is asking that you guys
Okay, holy
stop.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You smell like shit. God, bro. Oh my
Okay,
God.
we're asking that you guys stop. Okay, my management has called out the police. They're on their way.
Shit,
They will check to make sure that there is a website and that there is a legal contract that you guys have.
You're the one who hired us, aren't you? You asked for security. That's why John Summit sent us. My bad. He's talking to you.
I can hear, but I don't have a contract with them at all.
And who made the contract with us? Yeah, we have the contract. We already got paid. I got paid $30,000. So
Send proof. Where's your proof?
The contract? No, I can't right now. I don't have it on me.
Okay.
It wasn't paid for the contract. It wasn't a photo of it? No, I didn't.
If you guys literally got paid that much money,
Yeah, it was
30 grand.
John Summit's a rich man. How do you think you got those? How do you think I got these? I just bought it with my money, 30 grand.
The poisoned mac and cheese. While living with Jonas, his caretaker, Daniel Larson developed a strong distaste for the frequent servings of mac and cheese. One day, Daniel claimed that his mac and cheese had been poisoned with jalapenos, honey mustard, and spicy ranch. During one meal, Daniel remarked how the mac and cheese tasted like cow piss and pointed out little black flecks in his food, likely pepper. Investigating further, he found no milk in the fridge, but discovered a bottle of spicy ranch dressing, which explained the tangy taste. He also examined the honey mustard and noticed similar black specks. Daniel deduced that a lot of honey mustard had been used, indicating tampering. Frustrated and concerned, he accused his caretaker Jonas of poisoning his food and threw away the plate of mac and cheese.
I'll ask my care provider if I could get macaroni and cheese, if that's all we can have in this house. Tastes like cow pits. Literal cow pits. Holy fuck, my mouth is on fire. Holy fuck. I know why this tastes different. It's got something in it that's like sour as well.
Oh.
And if you look, it's got like little things in it. I don't know what it is. I've never seen that.
Below the waters, the Folsom Fields incident. So, on September 16, 2023, Daniel Larson got himself into some serious trouble when he was arrested for third-degree assault at Folsom Fields. Here's how it went down. Daniel was trying to get onto the field to meet and join Deion Sanders on stage. For those who might not know, Deion Sanders is a legendary former NFL player and now a football coach. But there's the kicker. A troll had been impersonating Deion Sanders, egging Daniel on to trespass on university property and head into the football facility. Daniel, thinking he was about to meet the real Deion Sanders, kept trying to get in. After a bunch of failed attempts, he got super frustrated and ended up hitting a security guard, which of course led to his arrest. The whole fiasco was captured by a TikTok user named Angel Opera 600, who posted videos of the events leading up to Daniel's arrest. In some of these clips, you can see Daniel claiming to be a student at the campus while security escorts him out.
Bro, it's Daniel Larson. Holy shit, Daniel Larson. No way. Take out his ass.
Introducing a new era in off-roading, where advanced performance and automotive-inspired features meet in a side-by-side. At the core is a Kawasaki inline 4-cylinder engine that raises the side-by-side standard to entirely new heights. This is peak premium performance.
July 2022, electronic destruction spree. Late July 2022, Daniel Larson went on a chaotic spree, smashing up electronics and other stuff, blowing over $1,000 in just a week. Most of the damage was funded by Twitch donations, although some items belonged to the Airbnb where he was staying. He also kicked off on July 20th when Daniel got a Twitch donation check and immediately spent $400 on a fancy pair of Sony WH-1000XM5 headphones. Just 3 days later, on July 23rd, he posted a video saying he had no run from some fans who spotted him, which caused him to fall and injure himself. Somehow, during his fall, he managed to wreck his brand new headphones and said his phone got damaged too. Though it's pretty questionable how a fall could cause all that. Then on July 25th, Daniel posted on Instagram showing that he had smashed a TV and a door at his Airbnb, apparently because of a fight with his therapist, Tiffany. There was also footage of him slamming into a door in the same place. The very next day, July 26th, Daniel put up a TikTok video where he claimed he had a heated argument with Bob Proctor over the phone. and got so mad that he destroyed his phone. He ended up using a $300 tablet to make videos, but while filming, he dropped and broke that too. Daniel Larson codes. Daniel Larson likes to use these weird codes to describe how serious different situations are in his life, but they're pretty inconsistent and confusing most of the time. For instance, he throws around code red whenever something stressful or chaotic happens, like when his accounts get deleted or when he's in a tough spot. Code silver is his go-to when he thinks his life is seriously in danger, and code black is for when he feels like his whole career is on the line. He has even used some really questionable codes like Code George Floyd when he's had money issues, which has obviously stirred up some controversy.
This is a code George Floyd. This is a code George Floyd. We're in a financial. Our world is run by nothing but. Oh my God! I need donations. This is up.
Fans have jumped in and made their own codes to try and make sense of Daniel's antics. For example, code Ticonderoga gets used when something leaks about him online, and code Doomsday is for when he has one of his major freakouts. These fan-made codes are often just ways to poke fun at the crazy stuff Daniel goes through. In the end, Daniel's codes are just a reflection of how unpredictable and over the top his life can be, making it hard to know how serious any of his codes actually are. The college arc. In early September 2023, Daniel Larson entered what fans call the college arc, where he believed he was a student at the University of Colorado Boulder after attending a frat party using a fake ID. He claimed he had enrolled at the university, had a scholarship, and even a roommate. Daniel spent several days wandering the campus, attending parties, and interacting with the members of the Phi Kappa Tau fraternity, who played along with his delusion. He posted videos of himself around the campus, proudly claiming to be a student. However, the fantasy came to an abrupt end on September 16th, 2023, when Daniel was arrested for third-degree assault after trying to access Folsom Field. He actually believed he was supposed to meet Coach Deion Sanders, who was actually a troll impersonating the coach. When Daniel was told Sanders wasn't there, he lashed out and struck a security guard, leading to his arrest. After spending a few days in jail, Daniel was released and continued to insist that he had been a legitimate student, though the entire situation was a result of trolling and his own delusions. This brief, chaotic period in Daniel's life, lasting just 6 days, became known as the college arc, where he was convinced he was living the college life, only for it to end in yet another legal issue. The Mountain Dew incident. On January 1st, 2024, Daniel found himself face to face with 3 trolls who seemed intent on causing trouble. One of them, holding a cup of Mountain Dew, casually asked Daniel how he was doing. Instead of engaging, Daniel confidently stated that he charged for photos, brushing off the question. But before he could react further, the troll flung the drink at him. Daniel tried to dodge, but the liquid splashed over him, leaving him drenched in Mountain Dew.
Stay! Back away!
You like that, Daniel?
Back away!
Surface level. Olive Garden incident. On December 10, 2023, Daniel Larson caused a scene at an Olive Garden in Denver during a YouTube live stream. He attempted to get a table for 8, claiming he was meeting celebrities, including Grace VanderWaal. Despite being asked to stop filming, he refused, citing imaginary management instructions. Daniel escalated the situation by yelling at staff, attempting to perform citizens' arrests, and ultimately pulling the fire alarm. This led to his removal by police and a year-long ban from the restaurant.
I've been in here numerous of times. Okay. I am dating another celebrity. Okay. They have a management. They have a security team. They are already here. Okay. So They're already here. They're out in the parking lot. I have an FBI investigator. I work for the Secret Service. They're investigating as well. They're investigating my entire fan base to make sure that, like, I am safe and I don't get pulled anywhere I go. Okay, I just got sent a picture of the police holding Grace to a car outside. I have full proof of Grace being assaulted. Coming in, pictures and everything.
He's been very nice. Like, that's what I'm gonna tell you. You're not coming to me, correct?
I am legally required to.
No, you can actually just leave now.
I don't have to leave. The FBI is here. I have fucking photos.
Okay, sir, this is what I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna calm down right now. You're gonna stop filming me, or I'm gonna call the police and they're gonna remove you from here. I know that's what you want. I know that's what you're famous for on TikTok, but we are not doing this. You're gonna curse at me again, or you're going to leave.
I never cursed.
Okay, sir. What I'm gonna tell you right now is you're gonna stop filming and you're going to leave, or I'm going to call the police right now.
Go ahead and call the police.
Thank you.
I just got sent pictures and photos of Grace being assaulted. I'm not gonna just sit here and call those photos fake. I got FBI.
I'm gonna ask you again about the person. There's two men here. I'm gonna ask you again.
I have photos.
You need to lower your voice.
I just got word from the FBI and Rick Yorn, LBI Entertainment, that you are being sued. I just got notified that Rick Yorn at LBI Entertainment, who is the CEO, has called the head manager and the CEO of all Olive Gardens, and you're fired.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dude.
Panera Bread incident. On November 10, 2023, Daniel Larson had a public meltdown at a Panera Bread in Westminster, Colorado. During a Discord call, fans recognized and harassed him, leading to Daniel shouting at employees, flipping a table, and making threats. He screamed slurs, hit himself, and claimed his location was leaked. Despite the chaos and police involvement, Daniel wasn't arrested, but was banned from the restaurant.
No, I'm not. Those people are causing the situation. Stop telling me. You're cursing. I'm not putting hands on you. I'm not putting hands on you. Try me. 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 Try me.
This crackhead.
I can go right in the hell. I can go right in the head. Fans are leaking my location, bitch. Fans are leaking my location, bitch.
Soaking incident. On March 17, 2024, trolls dumped a bottle of water over Daniel's head. The video shows it from different angles, one from inside a troll's car and another up close. One troll walks up to Daniel, tells him to look away, and when he does, they drench him, making Daniel jump before they quickly take off. Casino incident. On February 15, 2023, around 2 a.m., Daniel was found in the bathroom of the New York casino by two security guards. They aggressively tried to get him off the toilet to kick him out. Daniel responded by screaming and telling them they weren't going to do anything, while the guards kept yelling at him to leave. Eventually, they managed to open the stall door, which made Daniel lunge at one of them. The guard told him to calm down and asked if he was acting stupid. Daniel fought with the guards all the way out, insisting he hadn't done anything wrong.
No, you put wrong, bitch. No, you fucking won't. You aren't gonna do shit.
You get stupid now? Let's go right now. Walk. Walk.
drone incident. This happened on December 30th, 2023. Daniel was stalked by a drone controlled by a TikToker at Bums and Drones. On the day, Daniel uploaded a TikTok of himself outside a supermarket, probably a Safeway, with a buzzing sound in the background. He turned his camera to show a drone flying above him, telling viewers that drones will be reported and threatening unspecified legal action against Bums and Drones. The drones kept following him until New Year's Eve 2023. That's when Daniel called the police after spotting what he thought was the same drone again. In a later TikTok, it appears the police were confronting the person responsible for the drone.
We have people now. That are using drones to try to track me, and I will end up reporting it to the police. Please stop filming me before I call the police.
The bodega incident. On April 5th, 2023, a private Discord call with Daniel Larson, his management, and some pretending to be Olivia Vanderwall leaked on Reddit by someone under the acronym of U/cybercrimer. In the recording, Daniel gets into a mess at Little India Bodega after being kicked out. It all started with some trolls who were harassing Daniel at a restaurant and then followed him to the bodega. They taunted him with ridiculous questions and claimed they were his friends, making him even more upset.
Daniel. I might make the restaurant.
Are you smoking crack or tweak?
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. If you do not leave,
Daniel.
I've asked you to leave. We're on the phone with the police.
Daniel.
I've asked you to
Come on,
leave.
Daniel. You know me.
No, I don't.
You do.
No, I don't. I'm on the phone with my security.
Are you smoking crack or tweak?
No, I'm not. Stop.
The leaked video shows Daniel being kicked off the store for filming and causing a scene. He says he was told by the police to stay, but that's never confirmed. Meanwhile, the trolls keep bothering him, and the fake Olivia Vanderwall actually encourages him to fight back, even suggesting he should spit on the employee. When Daniel tries to punch the employee after being pushed around, the employee hits him back, and Daniel ends up on the ground, bleeding.
Walk out right now.
Yes, the police are on their way.
Right? You wait for the police outside. Let's go.
I'm not going to do that because the police told me to wait here. I have you on film. I have you on film.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Out.
I have you on film. I have you on film. Police told me to wait in there. Daniel, defend yourself.
Daniel, get back at him. Oh, he muted. Daniel.
Are you guys getting this on film?
Yes.
Yeah, we are, Daniel. You hit me in there. So of course I'm going to self-defend myself. Spit on him, Daniel.
I'm gonna get arrested.
Daniel, did you spit on him? Daniel, you there? Daniel, you spit on him.
Sorry.
He's gone? Did he spit on the... He's still in the call, though. What? Did his phone die? Daniel, you there? I saw his camera.
I'm injured.
You're injured? Show us. What is happening?
Guys, tackled me to the ground.
Did you spit on him?
I had to hit him for protection.
Oh, my God. Wait, show us. What happened?
Run away. Put your camera on. We have to record. My knee is bleeding.
Oh, my God.
Camera on.
Daniel. Oh, he's still there?
Daniel, you need to run. Daniel, you need to run.
The video is a mess. Daniel's camera shakes and the footage isn't clear. Despite the chaos, his management and the fake Olivia keep egging him on, even as he insists on taking legal action. In the end, Daniel waits outside the bodega, claiming he's waiting for the police and EMS to help him. Down in the depths, the infamous Haagen-Dazs incident. On May 25, 2023, Daniel Larson experienced a dramatic public meltdown across multiple stores, most notably at a Haagen-Dazs ice cream shop. It all began when Daniel was inside the Haagen-Dazs store, where he was filmed by a couple of fans, according to Reddit user DeLarsTV, and others started recording to deter him from interacting with the children. In one of the videos uploaded by Reddit user Adayapan, a fan can
Ugh.
markets rise and markets fall. For all your goals, both big and small. Stormy skies and sunny days. Inflation spikes and bonus pays. Though the market is a fickle foe, don't let your dreams decline. Strive on, help your money grow. Be invested, train and shine.
Betterment. Get started today.
Behold, Jimmy John's new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Taste with premium roasted meats, exquisite, and smooth bourbon sauce. Top shelf. It's almost as classy as knowing a British person or eating a bourbon club off fine china. For a limited time at Jimmy John's.
Adayapan, a fan can be heard asking about John Summit, the same individual mentioned in the fake security incident, and whether Daniel had showered recently. Daniel repeatedly asks them to leave and claims that the police are on their way, but this does little to deter them.
John Summit. Police are on their way.
John
I'm going
Summit.
to need to ask you.
Daniel, John Summit told me to ask you if you've showered any time recently.
Okay, I'm going to need to ask you guys to leave.
You still smell like food. Hey, don't charge me, Daniel.
Another video by Adayapan shows Daniel being filmed from outside the store. An employee approaches and asks why they are filming him. Initially, they claim to be his security, but when pressed, they told her that he is a pedophile.
I'm security.
No, I'm serious. Why are you taking pictures of this man? Leave him alone.
I'm security.
How do you do that? What? Yeah, show me.
The female employee, alarmed by this, took it upon herself to kick him out. According to DeLarsTV, Daniel responded by physically assaulting her. This prompted a male employee to intervene, leading to Daniel being forcibly ejected from the ice cream shop. After being kicked down the stairs, Daniel's meltdown worsened. He began screaming the N-word, engaged in self-harm, and eventually started destroying property.
Hey! You want a fair time to bring it?
Okay, I'm on the phone.
Get out now!
You have a warrant for your fucking arrest.
Oh.
The porch charging incident. On May 13, 2022, after a hike in Castle Rock, Daniel decided to charge his phone on some random person's porch. When the homeowner found him, they got really mad and threatened to call the cops when Daniel wouldn't leave. Things got heated, and Daniel had a meltdown, calling the homeowner a racial slur. And even though people in the comments called him out for it, Daniel defended himself by saying, "True unless it's because you're really scared for your safety." This excuse was pretty weak, considering he used racial slurs in other situations where his safety wasn't at risk.
Are you gonna wait? Is that what you're waiting for?
I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know if
I'm
you're gonna.
asking you a fucking question. You better get the fuck off of here. Get the fuck out of here before I move you out of here.
If you take one step
Get the
closer,
fuck off my property.
if you take one step
Get
closer,
the fuck off my
if you
property.
take one step closer,
Get the fuck off my property. They're coming for you, you stupid fuck. Don't you understand?
if you
Why are you here?
if you put one hand on me,
Get the fuck out of here.
okay,
Really? It's gonna be like that?
you're threatening me, and
I'm
I don't
get the fuck off my
know. I
property.
don't know if you're going to put
If
hands
you
on me,
fuck
or
call me a nick.
if you're going to put hands on me.
You better get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. They're coming for you, bud. Whatever the fuck you are, get the fuck out of here. Why are you here? You think you can just come on somebody's property, use their and get the fuck out? Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here.
No, because I'm afraid.
What do you mean no?
I'm afraid
You
of
better start walking. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to start walking.
If you're going to put hands on me.
Get your fuck out of here. Don't come here. Don't you fucking show your face around here again. What the fuck are you gonna do? You want me to fuck you up? Is that what you want? Get the fuck out of here. Don't come back. Don't do it. Don't do it.
If you're going to put hands on me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh! That worked. Come on, second open.
This is an ad for Hasbro.
Choo choo.
Colin and Matthew created their own unique top with special strength to see who could create an unbeatable combo. The last one spinning wins. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. Matthew's top immediately goes off the accelerator rail with a quick attack. Colin stays strong and strikes back. But Matthews attacks again, almost knocking Colin out of the arena. Let's see that again. Colin's focus on stability and balance keeps him in the game. Tops begin to circle each other, seeing who can hang on for the win. Colin with the finishing blow and wins. This was an ad for Hasbro.
Daniel has talked about the incident a lot, claiming he used the slur in self-defense, which only made, things worse.
The reason why he said that I said that word, I'm not going to say what it is, but the reason why is there's a previous video of me in a fight with somebody on their porch, and the police were called, and I used that word as self-defense. I'm not going to go into detail about it.
In a Discord interview in April 2023, Daniel gave more context. He said he was in an unfamiliar area with a dead phone and had been told to knock on doors to find an outlet. He thought he found an abandoned house and started charging his phone on the porch. When the homeowner showed up, Daniel felt threatened and started filming. He said he used the slur as a last resort after trying to stay silent and talk over the phone, making it clear he hadn't used the term as self-defense before this incident. The May 17th, 2023 meltdown. After saving up about $200, Daniel Larson bought a bus ticket to Orlando, hoping to make some money at Disney before heading back to Denver to record a new album. However, things went wrong when he missed the bus while filming himself running. This led to a meltdown, starting with him smashing his headphones and throwing them into the Hudson River. In his frustration, Daniel posted a series of now deleted videos on @DanielLarsonNYC13, where he complained, shouted, and even talked about wanting to find a gun. The meltdown continued the next day on both TikTok and YouTube, where he begged for donations and filled his posts with crying emojis. Daniel Larson coma incident. On July 2nd, 2022, a series of TikToks appeared on Daniel Larson's account, claiming that he was in a coma. The first video announced his coma, only for Daniel to supposedly wake up an hour later. Things quickly escalated as Daniel began threatening impersonators and trolls with legal action. However, this stunt was clearly fake for several reasons. The video claiming he was in a coma had the same spelling patterns typical of Daniel. No photos of the hospital were ever posted, and there was never any explanation given for how he ended up in a coma in the first place. The gas station incident. On July 26, 2023, Daniel Larson's day took a chaotic turn. He began by declaring that he had filed for bankruptcy and announced plans to visit the recording studio 3 times the following week. Daniel claimed to have signed a $26 million record deal to cover his expenses and demanded that the record company fulfill their part of the agreement. He also mentioned that he would remain on the streets until he had saved $10,000. Additionally, Daniel became fixated on the idea that Jacob Sartorius was somehow connected to Grace, believing they were acting too slowly. Frustrated with the supposed record label, Daniel threw a rock at a gas station window and shattered it.
This is because the label does at me and tells me to bob. I broke a gas station window with a rock.
This act led him to being charged with criminal mischief, less than $2,000 private property, and resulted in a court appearance on September 5th, 2023. Below the waters. The Pinterest account. On November 20, 2020, a Pinterest account linked to Daniel started popping up all over the internet. This account had a board called Girl Crushes, and the stuff on it was way more disturbing than you'd think. There were tons of pictures and albums of young girls. At first, Daniel tried to deny it was his account, coming up with all sorts of excuses. He claimed Flexburger was setting him up, said his account got hacked, and, so on. But eventually, he came clean and admitted it was his.
I created the Pinterest as a way to go viral.
The Pinterest is a way. Wait, sorry, could you explain this? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, so I made the Pinterest as a way to go viral at that time.
Of course, it's a smart way, right?
Yeah, and then I told the fans that
it was Flexburger, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And not Flexburger, but you know what I mean. I threw it off.
There was a bunch of them. There was a lot of them.
But then when it went viral, it did actually get hacked. So that is the truth.
Yeah, it got worse.
It got worse.
Yeah. What about
It quickly became clear that Daniel wasn't just a goofy guy with dreams of making it big in music. He was a genuinely troubled individual. Green shirt. Daniel has this habit of wearing the same clothes for way too long. His lack of clean outfits probably adds to his rumored bad smell and health issues like scabies and trench foot. People think he doesn't change clothes often because he's homeless. But this also happens with other autistic folks who actually have the means to switch things up. Even when Daniel gets to the chance to change or shower, he usually doesn't. The first piece of clothing that became a big deal in the Daniel Larson saga was the famous green shirt. He wore this specific Sport Tech men's moisture wicking camo X t-shirt in green for about 4 months and 21 days, or 141 days to be precise. IHOP incident. On December 16, 2023, Daniel went to a Denver IHOP, knowing he couldn't pay his bill. He stayed for an hour after getting his bill, waiting for his management to pay. The server dealing with him was begging him to pay because she wanted to go home and put her kids to bed. She was getting more and more frustrated since she had stayed past her shift just to handle Daniel. But Daniel didn't care and kept saying someone else was paying through the app. The waitress reminded him that he had said that an hour ago, and it still hadn't happened. Then Daniel changed his story, saying a manager was calling the cops and he was now waiting for them. He argued with the server, saying he'd pay the bill if they called off the cops. She agreed and walked away. Eventually, the police arrived, and it was the same officer from the Olive Garden incident. They let Daniel leave without paying on the condition that he didn't come back. Once again, letting him get away without any real consequences, boosting his delusions of grandeur even more. Ugh, why would he even do that?
Why would you even do that?
Crypto.com. Buy Bitcoin and download today and get started.
It's summertime, a time when many of us appreciate the simple pleasures of Michigan's natural wonders and best kept secrets. Whether you love taking the scenic route, exploring the forests, or enjoying the endless miles of beaches, you look forward to a future full of adventures. Local, clean, renewable energy from Consumers Energy protects that future, a future of clean air, water, and bright skies. Join the clean energy community and be part of the journey worth taking.
Listen, I make you understand. I can't go home until you pay your bill.
I said I was going to be paying it online. I have somebody else that's going to be paying through the app.
Okay, but you said that almost an hour ago. My shift's been over for almost an hour.
Yeah.
I really want to go home.
Right, but the other manager called the cops, so I'm waiting for them to show up now.
No, you can pay your bill so that I can go home.
Well, I now have to wait for the cops
No, you
as well.
don't have to wait for the cops. You can pay your bill and the cops don't even have to come.
But I thought they were already on their way, so what is it?
I have no idea what it is. All I know is I really want to go home. And you're preventing me from getting my children into bed. And that really sucks. I was supposed to be home an hour ago.
Okay, then I will pay the bill if they call off the police.
Okay, let's make sure that happens, and I'll go talk to my boss for you. But can you make sure that happens?
Yes, I will work on that for you. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Transgender. On multiple occasions, especially in 2020 and 2021, Daniel has declared his intention to transition into a transgender person, or, as he puts it, transgender. Fans have conjectured that Daniel was instructed by management to say these things in order to gain attention or simply for entertainment value. Moreover, Daniel has never brought up this subject after 2021, has not shown any clear signs of gender dysphoria, nor intentions to pursue any actual treatment such as hormone therapy.
I am planning on becoming transgender, and I am going to. I've been thinking about this since I was 18, and I now go by she, they. Hello, everyone. This is Daniel Larson. What do you think about me changing into a female? So I have made my decision. I am not going to become transgender.
The Houston Saga. Next up, we've got the wild Houston saga from late March 2023. Daniel rolled into Houston on March 29th, and the very next day, chaos ensued. He uploaded a video of himself getting kicked out of the Greyhound bus station. Later, he posted more videos from inside the same station. As soon as the staff realized he was back, they kicked him out again. In one of the videos, you can hear an employee telling Daniel he was being kicked out for calling the cops during his first visit. Daniel said he got a death threat, which is why he called 911. Then, Daniel posted a video from inside a Bonchon restaurant. As soon as trolls started calling the place about him, he got kicked out again. Daniel called the cops over being doxxed and waited outside. He claimed the restaurant got a bomb threat from a troll, but in the background, all the customers were still happily eating inside, while Daniel was the only one outside. After getting kicked out again, he went live on TikTok back at Bonchon, and to everyone's surprise, got kicked out again. Daniel then posted a video of him arguing with the police, yelling at them to call in dispatch, and flipping them off at the end.
Put into the police department that you guys are not cooperating. Call fucking dispatch. Call fucking dispatch.
We have to come back. It's criminal trespass.
Okay, you're putting me in physical danger. I told you that I was getting doxxed!
Guy's
The
nuts.
firework threat incident. It all began while Daniel Larson was inside a restaurant, uploading videos. In one of the videos, Daniel said, "Where's the nearest fireworks shop?" Followed by, "I have an idea," while smiling at the camera. This raised concerns among his fans, with one TikTok user, at May_tricks, commenting, "What are you planning, Daniel?" The situation escalated 10 minutes later when Daniel uploaded another video. He had left the restaurant and was walking outside. In this alarming video, Daniel said,
Okay, folks, get ready for the biggest incident of all of Daniel Larson history so far. Let's do this.
Shortly after, he posted the most concerning video yet, claiming he was going to go into a casino with a firework and saying, "I can see how real firing works," before laughing at the camera.
Okay, I'm going to go into a casino with a firework, and then I can see how real firing works.
Daniel went live shortly after posting these videos. The alarming nature of his posts led to his TikTok account, Daniel Larson LV, being banned.
3, 2, 1, let it rip! Come on! Beyblade's X Extreme new accelerator rail will rocket my attack type Dagger's rail. Stand no chance, guys. Hell Knight's an ultimate defense type. It'll take any hit. Not from Dagger's rail. Oh, yes it will.
Daniel
Banned.
Larson LV being banned. Deep enough. The altercation with Bob Proctor. On August 31, 2023, Daniel Larson and Bob Proctor got into a physical altercation in Bob's car after a heated argument. The clash began when Bob asked Daniel not to use his phone while in his presence, which led to a series of events that ended with police involvement and Daniel claiming that Bob ran him over with his car. The video documenting the incident starts with Daniel and Bob arguing. Bob had asked Daniel not to bring his phone inside and to turn it off, probably because of the numerous issues it often caused. Daniel, however, insisted it was his legal right to have his phone with him, even calling Bob crazy and complaining that Bob is never helpful anymore and always causes issues. Bob calmly asked Daniel to turn off his phone and put it in the car's console. Daniel refused, saying he'd keep his phone with him, but turned off. He then explained that he was filming for his protection, calling the situation ridiculous and Bob so stubborn. The argument escalated when Daniel guilt-tripped Bob about taking him to dinner, suggesting he would starve if they didn't go out. Frustrated, Bob raised his voice and demanded Daniel to get out of his car. Daniel refused, leading to a heated exchange where Bob started yelling, "Get the out of my car!" and presumably grabbed Daniel by the arm. Daniel yelled back, telling Bob not to grab him, and Bob threatened to break Daniel's arm. Amidst the yelling, Daniel lost his phone. The situation spiraled further as Daniel and Bob started hitting each other. Bob continued to demand that Daniel get out of his car, while Daniel searched for his phone. Eventually, Bob pushed Daniel out and sped off, leading Daniel to claim that Bob had run him over. Some believe Bob might have run over Daniel's toes, but Daniel's credibility as a narrator is, questionable.
So I wasn't going to film, but since you have a problem with me bringing my phone in the car, okay, now I'm going to film because that's my legal right. Okay? No, I'm not going to do it because I have my phone. Get the out of my car! Okay, don't grab me. You want me to break your car? If you break my arm, get the out of my car! Okay, then let go of me, Bob just ran me over with his car. Bob just ran me over with his car.
Hospital incident. On January 26, Daniel Larson checked himself into a hospital, pretending to be sick just to get out of the cold Denver weather. After he got discharged, he was caught sleeping in the lobby and kicked out. He almost got arrested by a cop for refusing to leave the property. After getting kicked out, Daniel went live and angrily threatened to commit a mass shooting at the hospital.
I'm not trespassing at all. I was a patient.
I'm not going to argue with you. You're trespassing. It's time to go now, or you're going to end up in the jail. Your choice.
I don't understand because I was a patient. I got discharged.
You've been discharged and you were sleeping. You were told to leave.
I wasn't sleeping in the lobby at all.
Because I was there, so it's time to go now.
I wasn't sleeping in the lobby at all. Okay. And I told you I was waiting for...
Or I'm about to put you in handcuffs and take you to jail.
You can't do that because you like literally
so
can't...
You're under arrest for trespassing.
No, I'm not.
Are you ready to go?
No, I'm not because I'm leaving.
So get up
but
and
I'm
leave
explaining
now.
to
No,
you.
we're done explaining. Or you can explain it to the judge.
I have a lawyer.
And good, you're going to need him in about 30 seconds. So get up and go.
Okay. I guess I'll plan a mass shooting on the place. Holy. Treat me that way. I'll treat him with disrespect.
Below the waters, Denver International Airport arrest incident. On January 9th, 2024, Daniel Larson was arrested at Denver International Airport after a police officer approached him regarding multiple outstanding warrants. The day before, Daniel had posted a video where he argued with an airport employee over being accused of trespassing.
Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on technical indicators. So in this video, I'm going to show you what are some of the favorite indicators I use to increase the probability of my trades. So understand that most of these technical indicators are really for short-term trading, and if you're more of a medium to long-term investor, this doesn't really apply to you. So before that, please read the disclaimer, and once you're ready, let's begin the video. So if you look at a charting software like a Thinkorswim, you notice that there are really hundreds of indicators. In fact, there's about 300 indicators. And we can use these indicators to anticipate the probability of certain price movements. So again, remember that we are not using it to predict future prices. It is to find what's more probable. And that's because no one can predict the market. And understand that all these indicators are based on historical data. So they are all lagging in nature. They don't lead the market, they lag the market. So let me show you some of my favorite indicators I use, and some of them are more for trend following. Some of them are more for counter trend trading, which is a bit more advanced. So unless you're really experienced or in WA professional, you may not want to attempt that unless it's paper money. So for trend following, these are my favorite indicators. We've got moving averages that tell us the direction of the trend. Okay, we have got the force index that tells us how strong the force is, which is based on volume, and MACD as well. That tells us whether the momentum is bullish or bearish momentum. And the parabolic size, also a momentum indicator. So the indicators you see on the left basically are used in trend following. They tell us when momentum is in our favor. The indicators on the right are known as oscillators. What's an oscillator? Think of kind of like a pendulum. When you pull the pendulum all the way to the right, what happens? It tends to swing back to the center and back to the left again. When it goes too much to the left, it swings back to the right. It's like an oscillator, right? Going between two extremes. So you notice that price action move in the form of waves. Okay, it goes up, we call it the impulse, then it retraces, and impulse again, retraces again. Let me kind of like draw it over there, right? So it's got impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace. There's an uptrend. On a downtrend, it's the same thing. You've got impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace. So think of the impulse kind of like a breathing out. So you breathe out, you can't breathe out forever. You have to breathe in before breathing out again. Okay, if it's in a consolidation, it goes something like that. So no matter what, there's kind of like a wave pattern, right? When it gets too high, it tends to have to retrace back. The pendulum has to swing back to the mean. Okay, if it gets same thing, too low, it has to retrace back to the mean. So how do we measure whether the price is kind of like overbought and ready to come back down, or oversold, ready to come back up? We use oscillators that measure overbought and oversold conditions. So some of my favorite oscillators would be the stochastics oscillator, the full stochastics, Bollinger Bands. MACD can also be used as an oscillator and as a trend following tool. And of course the Williams percentage R. So let's take a closer look right now. All right, so the first indicator is the parabolic stop and reverse, or the parabolic SAR. And this is basically a very powerful, a trend following indicator that tells us whether it's bullish momentum or bearish momentum. And simply, when the dot, the black dot, which is the parabolic SAR, is below candles, it is bullish momentum. And when the dots are above the candles, it's bearish momentum, as you can see over here. So this indicator works really well when the price is trending, either up or downtrend. But it may lead to many false signals when the price goes sideways. When it goes sideways, you get a buy, you get a sell, you get a buy, sell, and then you're losing money, right? So you can't use these indicators by themselves in isolation. They are very sensitive and create a lot of false signals. They should only be used in conjunction with the price trend, which we determine from the moving averages and the price pattern, higher highs or higher lows. So let's move on. The next indicator would be the force index. And the force index is calculated from three things. Number one, the direction of the price changing. So if it's moving up, the force is positive. If it's moving down, the force is negative. Number two, the extent of the price change. The bigger the price change, the bigger the force. Okay? And the third thing is volume. The higher the volume, the higher the force. The lower the volume, the lower the force. So force index is calculated by taking the closing price of today and deducting yesterday's closing price and multiply it by the volume. Okay? So it kind of tells us how much force is behind the price. So if you look at the stock over here, you can see that there's a zero line. And anytime the black line, which is the force index, I take a 13-day force index, which is the average of the last 13 days of volume. Okay? When the black line or force index is above zero, it's bullish momentum. If it's below zero, it is bearish momentum. So obviously, if I'm going long, I want to have more bullish momentum than bearish momentum. If I'm going short, more bearish momentum. Right? So besides that, you can also look for the divergence patterns. So in other words, when price is going up and price is making higher highs, as you can see, higher highs, ideally you want to see the force index making higher highs. That tells you that higher prices are supported by a stronger volume. Okay. Now in this case, you can see prices making higher highs and the force index making higher highs. But the second phase, as the price makes higher highs, the force index makes lower highs. So that tells you that as prices go up, there's less and less volume supporting the price. And that makes it more risky to enter a long position over here. Of course, if you're already long, then it doesn't mean that when force index goes down, it does not mean that you have to sell, because force index is really sensitive. It could go down and move up again. Okay, but the moment force index crosses below the zero line, it tells you the force has become negative. So you may want to exit an investment or trade if you're already very profitable, like you at least have 2 or 3 or 4 R. Of course, if you don't even have that, then you can just stay in the trade. So this is the parabolic SAR together. If you look at the entire chart, you can see that this is a clear medium-term uptrend. where the 50 is above the 150. So if you're medium-term investor, you can just just hold it all the way, no worries, right? But if you are
oh man, so we're oh, I think we're gonna be done for the night. All right, well, that's good. Success. Air processing fast. The batch sim needs to be fixed. No, we got the IDs through. Which is good. In progress. Very good, Mike. Very good. I think we're retrieving price. Updating stock price. Failed to process simulation though, so we got simulation errors. Both of those simulations now. But I can't do that. Too late. No viewers.